Good morning, everybody. Get my lights on. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. What? Some crazy price action, huh? Straight up. Straight up. Powerful stuff. Such a strong market, especially after that false breakdown pre-market. So now we spend some time waiting, right? We got to wait for some setups now. See what we can get. Happy Monday. If you had a short bias, man, you were punished. Tell you what. It was not pretty. This thing can go straight up for a long time. You know, we're only up 0.75%. You know, this thing could go up 1, 2 full percentage points. Looks like we're struggling at 400. We'll get a little bit of a pullback. This 70 level has been interesting, but, you know, we're probably going to need a proper rotation down to get long. So maybe 350 or lower, unfortunately. This is tough price action to trade. You know, this is like momentum. This is just straight up.
UK loan and bonds gain after QT operation. 30-year
You get
9 basis points to 5.43%.
YouTube going here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kill the volatility and we go sideways up here. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So let's see what we get today, guys. Yeah, there were not too late entry longs here down at 72, weren't there? Cumulative delta is still very strong. Not much of a pullback yet. Do have this distribution forming. Kind of a micro distribution forming up here above the bigger distribution. So let's see if we can get a washout long somewhere along the way here to go long. Don't want to go long right into 23,400, even though this thing is very strong. My fear is that, you know, there's been so much momentum, we get a slow sell-off, and, you know, they make it hard to find a good place to get long. So we'll see. Maybe 350. Or there is no pullback. You know, the CVD on gold is not very reliable, Pablo, unfortunately. That CVD can go down all day and price can go up all day on gold. It's a lot different than the equities. R2, huh? R2D2? It's just so strong, man. The bid. I mean, it has slowed down a bit. What I'm worried about, right, is we look for, obviously there's no short up here. We have forward a bit of a distribution, so that, means we can go sideways. So we could scalp that distribution. But looks like on the session profile, we're still in the process of expanding it to the upside. So
Just keep an eye on the dollar. Now seeing some downside movement here. Again, no news to back the movement up though. Keep an eye on only news. Again, as I said, it's a general weakness coming through from the dollar now.
no. I mean, we could start one from 9:30. I have one from 9:30. Yeah. Blue sky territory. The other problem about blue sky territory is it can tank out of nowhere. Get rejected real hard. Some sellers step in, profit taking, and there's a scramble for everybody to sell, lock in profits at these price levels. So we really don't have much to work on except for the intraday profile. Yeah. And bearish oil is bullish for stocks. So this is kind of our big support area right here. Low volume node. Morning to everybody on YouTube. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, all our new members in the Discord. Good to have you guys. We're trading the VWAP Wave system. So if we come down here to 56, guys, this could be an interesting place to go long. It's very early after a huge rotation like this. That's, not ideal. Right? That would look like this. And then higher. Kind of what I would expect. That would be the price discovery continuation long. And it's lining up with that low volume node. So that's kind of, it's a good setup area. Point of control is at 80.
Japanese yen rising 1% session high for about 147.30 per dollar.
Okay, so this is a bit of a low volume node right here at 87. So, we got to start trading below that.
So reminder last night with the
That just got bought up.
Japan.
I'll be right back, guys.
Stay on. It's PM. UK's Peter Starmer says our fiscal rules are ironclad.
Looks like some of the selling is being absorbed. Russell's coming in a bit down here. So is the Dow. NQ is holding up like a champ. ES has had a bigger pullback. I haven't taken any trades yet, Caddy. I'm watching right now. This is not my ideal conditions to trade, so I have to wait. We're going straight up. This is the problem.
USD was extended.
So if I start taking trades, I'll definitely share my execution chart.
Below the 200-day moving average. Yeah, below the 200-day average.
Looks like we had a break above 400 there. Looks like it got rejected. Back to point of control. Maybe it'll join. Yes, looks like a bit of a price discovery continuation, doesn't it? Yeah, gold broke out of a range that it's been in since June. So that thing is running. Hard to say. It's not great. You know, I would wait for a pullback to this low volume node, I think would be a good spot. Which kind of lines up with our upper band. All right, let me pull up my account. Looks like we're starting to form a little bit of a tradable area up here. This is going to be the make or break point. This 65 to 50. If we sell below it, that could be it for the day. Buyers keep stepping in. This thing really can't sell off, it seems. So that's good. Strong. Yes, really didn't get much of a price discovery continuation there. That 62 level.
Moments go down to get the Bank of Canada Business Outlook Survey.
Whoa. Jeez. That was quite a wick. Crazy. Just grinding up, guys. This is just grinders. To me, this stuff is untradeable. We need volatility, and this isn't volatility. This is just grinding price. I mean, we had it out of the open, but you had to be well positioned. And if you weren't, you're just chasing price. Really tough stuff, guys. It's not the price action that's really conducive, but we'll see if we can get at least a little volatility come in. We got earnings coming up too. Mag 7 earnings, I think is this week. Some of them. Yeah, this chart is not the conducive to a waterfall, but let's see. It's possible up here for sure. We'll get a pullback eventually, but you know, is that going to be now? Is that going to be in 2 hours from now? It's going to be tonight. You have a pretty strong ascending price channel here.
Five minutes ago until we get the Bank of Canada overall business outlook survey.
I see a chart that's going straight up. I see nothing but momentum here. We have to, you know, I wouldn't even think short until we break below this distribution. Otherwise, it's longs down here. Cumulative delta is straight up, guys. Straight up. Every little dip is bought. Hundreds of contracts. We have yet to make a lower high. This is the chart, you know, this is the kind of chart we get. A very strong day. We got to look for places to get long. Got 10:30 coming up. ES, all-time highs right here. Russell, Dow. It's like we might get another leg up here. I mean, hell, you missed stuff go straight up. There were really no setups. So, You didn't miss much. I know it looks like FOMO City, but you were either chasing price or, and then we've been grinding up ever since
1 minute ago now to be the Bank of Canada Business Outlook Survey.
950. Slow. Trust me, this is not an attractive chart. It is if you're like a big swing trader to the upside.
According to TASS, Russia and Ukraine may hold discussions between July 24th to the 25th in Turkey.
I think we're going to break these highs. I don't know.
Ten seconds.
There's some news. There's something coming that's probably going to rip this thing through highs. I feel it. Here it comes.
So the Bank of Canada second quarter business outlook survey shows the direct impact of tariffs are having on firms' outlooks are less severe than in the first quarter. Tariffs and related uncertainty continue to have a major impact on businesses' outlooks. Most firms expect to maintain current staffing levels and limit investment to regular maintenance over the next 12 months. Separate Bank of Canada business leaders POS says fewer export-focused firms expect the worst-case tariff-related scenarios that they envisioned in Q1. 23% of firms expect inflation to be above 3% for the next 2 years, unchanged from Q1.
Yeah, it's Canadian news, but it's tariff related.
Higher labor costs. Bank of Canada Consumer Survey shows expectations for 5-year inflation have risen to 3.45% from 3.39% in Q1. 24% of firms have the reported outright decline in sales over the previous 12 months, down from 28% in Q1. 28% of firms expect Canada to be in a recession over the next year, down from 32% in Q1.
I feel like this thing's going to rip through here.
Indicators of future sales dropped to -6 from 22.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Also, a separate Bank of Canada Q2 survey of consumer expectations for the next 12 months shows 64.5% of Canadians expect a recession, down from 66.5% in Q1.
Might switch over to
Seeing shares of Verizon extended gain 4.7%.
there we go. A little bit of a reclaim into initial balance here, maybe. Fade value or extremes, short. Ah, this is just grindy nonsense, man. Every little sell-off gets bought. So I was looking for the rejection IB. Traded above here for a couple minutes, back inside the initial balance. That could be a short fade value or extreme on the initial balance. Oh, got bought right up. I got a short on at 16 3/4. Stop at 26. So 10-point stop.
So we have posted out both the consumer expectations Bank of Canada survey and the Bank of Canada outlook survey, business outlook.
Everything gets bought up. Everything gets bought up. Got a little pullback for once. No, I think that's algos. DPS. I don't think it's FOMO.
So just keep an eye on gold.
I think it's the institutions. Just every time it sells off, they load up.
Up about 1.5%. So as it did touch about $3,400 an ounce, up by about 1.5%.
Every little sell-off bought up. Generally, that's, most of the market is high frequency algorithmically traded. We know that. We've gotten the data from the CME and the New York Stock Exchange. 70% plus of all the trades are from large institutions and market makers automatically trading this stuff. So you can assume that whatever algo is on right now is a buy the dip algo. All right, let's see if we can get back to point of control. So the short here was fade value or extreme off the initial balance high. Well, once we have some levels, Libby, you can take calculated shorts, not just randomly picking tops. It's different. Cumulative delta is crazy looking. Zero sellers. So that means a lot of this is being absorbed on the ask. So that's enticing. We do have a bit of a low volume node here. It goes. So my profit target's at 401.50. Right there. Oh man, right to the tick on that one. I might actually move it a little lower now. I'm gonna see the break of 400 maybe. Stops at break even. I can't believe it went right to the tick again. That's crazy. Look at that candle get bought up. So just so you know, guys, there's something wrong with my oven. So I have an appliance guy coming to the house here shortly. So might need to step away for a couple minutes. Does look like continuation in ES, doesn't it? Might switch over to ES here. Okay, guys, this is NQ finally coming back down a little bit. It's about to touch. We're at point of control. I think this is an interesting spot to buy on ES. For a little scalperoo. There's NQ, upper band, point of control. I'm not. I switched over to ES because we're getting a little more clean price action so far. A little better levels. NQ is that upper band. little bit of a divergence here in ES. Oh, it's starting to break this band level, so gotta cut it. Back. Next stop on ES 64.5. I'd like to get down to 62. My stop's pretty much at break even now. $61. Revisiting highs. So, return to value, RTH, and what kind of sellers are in control, it looks like so far since the 1021. So that can change, but I have ES at point of control. Point of control is 68. We're essentially there. Like a pretty weak bounce there at upper band for NQ, but we're right in the middle of this distribution. Point of control. Still see sellers in control here, but they have a chance to retake here, and then I'll close this. But let's see if sellers can push this down lower. There we go. NQ looks weak as well. It's like it wants to go lower. Gold, look at that, man. Still straight up. Had a little bit of a pullback, barely to broke through IB extension, back tested it to the tick. Have more upside. Dow back at highs. So Carter says, I thought you'd be looking for longs off these upper bands. The problem, guys, is market rhythm. And when we have a huge move up, the upper bands are too early for the most part. ES, they're better, so I switched over to ES. But I was long, but now I'm short. About to can that one too. Look for a better one. No, we haven't had a lot of volume since 10:30. We've been flat. But on ES, I mean, people bought, we're 13,000 contracts open interest. Oh boy. Back. Now we have no range for the last 20 minutes. NQ, not even 10 points. Yeah, you got 10 points from top to bottom over the last half hour. That is not good trading conditions for me, guys. See what we get here. No volatility. Looks like it wants lower, so I'll take that on in Q. I'll take a shot on this one. Return to value short on NQ. Or is it just gonna crush us? Got bought up again at that low volume node. Getting awfully tired of this market. Finally catching something here. Turn to value short. NQ. Pretty much made up for my losing trade so far. ES still a point of control. I wouldn't expect too much from NQ up here. I do like long, to be honest. Probably around 70. The same area we've been watching. I don't think we're going to give up a lot of this move. It's possible we give up this move. I don't think so. So two trades we called out the IB short, bid value extreme. That one worked out nice all the way to upper band. And then we just did this return to value with point of control. That one worked out for, I don't know, 20 points so far. So two decent trade locations. JP, ain't that the truth? You know, I see, I think VWAP's going to be really hard for us to get to, guys. I see this low volume node at 64 down to 50. I don't think we're going to break below that, but we could. I think it's going to have a really hard time. I think there's going to be a lot of buyers down here. And I think we're going to stick in this 410 to 370 range. God damn. Right back into this high traffic area. Yeah, JP, usually we have to wait for the pronounced distribution or a point of control forming on the session profile before we start looking to take some trades. We need to see some type of structure. Otherwise, we're just picking tops, which tends to not work out well for me. I think we might be starting to get a rotation up here. Here we go. That was good. I'm long at 90.5. See if we can reclaim 400. Having trouble getting past point of control. Oh yeah, YM.
Fed bids for 3-month bills total $3.2 billion, and Fed bids for 6-month bills total $2.8 billion.
Pretty boring. Glad you guys are learning something. Maybe sometime it's just a matter of sitting on our hands, you know? So we get that return to value finally. So next stop, I'd like to see 70. Would be nice. Then I'll flip long. Yeah, I took that one too, JP. Return to value short again. This one's a little cleaner.
10 minutes away from the bottom of the hour, we get the 3-month bill auction and 6-month bill auctions. 3-month for the US, we're looking to sell $82 billion, and US is looking to sell $73 billion of 6-month bills. Prior high yield for the 3-month of 4.245%, prior bid cover of 3.1. 6-month bill, prior high yield of 4.125%, prior bid cover of 3.1.
So annoying. This is. The problem is we're still trading in this distribution. So it's just rotating back and forth while we're looking for the bigger move. So I don't think it's choking. I think it's getting out before it reverses on us in the other direction. I already got on mine. Well, what else we got? We got gold going up. Really very slim pickings on the setups, guys. This is just really slow today. Go long on ES here for maybe 2 to 4 points. That would be exciting. VIX is 13. My M had a nice back test of the IB high there. This might be the one to trade.
Let's go to get the 3-month and 6-month bill auction data. Prior high yield for 3-month 4.245%, prior bid cover 3.1, and 6-month bill prior high yield of 4.125% with a prior bid cover of 3.1.
It is an interesting divergence, but I feel like there's going to be natural profit taking down there. Up here, right? To cause a divergence with still bullish outlook. So at all-time highs, you have you're gonna have a lot of natural sellers on the offer. All right, that's gonna bring price down and cause a divergence with cumulative delta going up. So still a lot of market orders. I think overall it's bullish at all-time highs. So I don't think the divergence is necessarily a bearish symbol up here.
Surely expecting the 3-month and 6-month bill auction data.
This is terrible. Oh my God. Okay. The problem, JP, is it's such a tight distribution. Look at this thing. The bottom of it's 89. The top of it's 99. It's a 10-point distribution on NQ. Any excess price is the size of the distribution. It's nuts. It's pinned at this level.
US 3-month bill high yield of 4.240% and a bid to cover of 2.98.
Guys, this is terrible price action. So, if you're taking losses here, it's because we're dealing with trash.
3.060%.
I've only taken a couple of trades in my take profit trader and I'm down 285 bucks.
4.240%, awarding 25.24% high. And the US is selling $76 billion of 6-month bills at a high rate of 4.1.
I need more volatility than this, guys. This is weak. Price is just meandering. You can't get a read on this at all. ES is back at all-time highs. Again, that was a, 4-point move from where I was, ooh. So we're back at the top of this distribution. You really can't, Zane. I was up 200 bucks. I gave it back. Now I'm down 200 bucks. I mean, it's like, it's coin flip odds here. There's really not much edge. And the band is in the middle of the distribution, right? So Maybe a short in gold here. I'm going to get down with that. Rejection twice at this extension. Save me, gold. Save me. At least gold has some range to it. Here we go. Gold comes to save the day. So that was an IB extension, rejected twice. Yeah, dude, that Blair, that point of control was ruthless. I mean, it was just meandering around. You could not get any read on it. I was getting chopped up too. Got my profit target at 12. Right at point of control. Come on. Just a little more. There it is. I got a good trade, guys. Only took all morning. Only took all morning. What, Libby? $8.90. Oh, you're right. My levels are off. Well, I'll be dang. Well, it worked out, didn't it? I was looking at the wrong chart. I switched over to gold on my equities chart, so I had the wrong levels. I mean, it's not all that far off. It's 8:30 to 9:30 as opposed to 8:20. Yeah, my top step trader is 150K. I usually trade a lot or two. All right, my appliance guy is here. I'll be right back. What's interesting is the CVD is going straight down on gold. So that's useless. Yeah. I do my own. I do my own, guys. I've been doing my own for a very long time. Like longs down here on gold. Expecting this point of control to hold. Or at least chop around it. I'll take one. GCQ. Go gold. Yeah, you can use ATM settings on gold. There we go. Come on, gold. Fuego. What is it? Oro? Oro. NQ's behavior says meandering through the middle of a tight distribution. It's not, there's no edge there right now. That's why I moved to gold. It was annoying the shit out of me. Normally I love NQ. Not today. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, JJ, NQ is just chopping everybody up at point of control here. You got like a 10-point range we've been trading in. All right, let's do it. First evaluation. Let's get that first payout. That's what we're really here for. Get paid. I don't know, man. I feel like the ripping is over. I feel like it's grindy now. And it's going to stay grindy. I don't know. I stopped trading it because it was frustrating me. Caught some nice wins on gold. That put me up 480. Commission's killing me. All right, 581. Guys, I've been trading for 2 hours to make $581. That's really not ideal. Another one. I believe also DJ Khaled also said all he does is win, win, win. Got money on his mind. Yep, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got my money on my mind. I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there. And they stay there. I'm going to become a gold trader, guys. It seems like we get better range out of gold lately. It's a terrible idea, Libby. Sellers coming in? Or is this just another absorption fake out? Gold is clean until it's not. Did. It's the third test of that extension level. I gotta stop at 13.5. Tight stop. Well, the volume profile says no. It's not going to pay. Almost all of our trading has been in this 50-point range. You had that one leg up that lasted about 20 minutes. The rest has been balance. But yet my gold trade is working out well. About to get filled on one. Ah, come on. Being patient with this gold trade. It's going to pay. Come on now. You just break this level. Might lower my risk a little bit down here. Ah, come on now. Went right to my profit target to the tick, you know? Loves to do that. I'm going to take off one, hopefully. There we go. Took off one. Stop at break even. See if we can get the real move now. There goes. Boom. Nice. $835. Just trading gold. Took me out of my $200 loss. So really $1,000. So that's good. Yeah, this is sleepy time stuff right here. I think we're going to go lower. So I'm going to try and maximize this a little bit. All right, guys, I'm falling asleep over here. I just don't see a return to value with that volume profile. It's going to have to trade through so much low volume to get there. I guess it's possible. I think it's going to happen really slowly, because there's going to be a lot of buyers down here. Just what I think. Yes, it's possible. I have point of control up at 95. Oh, ES is at point of control. Got it. Oh, shit. It's 12:10, guys. I got to go. Sorry, I've been falling asleep over here. I have something at 12:30. So, sorry for such a sleepy session. Wish there was more action for you guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Hopefully we get some more action later today or tomorrow morning. Really not much to speak of today, guys. Just some good gold trades on gold. About a 50 tick move so far on gold. All right, guys, if you're going to continue trading, stay sharp, manage your risk. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're going through the Discord or course, tag me with any questions. and we'll keep working on it. Back at it tomorrow.